of the bistro, and something elemental shifts in her heart. She's never been to Chez Jacques, and yet she knows this place. The leather banquettes and dark wood paneling, the hooded lamps casting a glow over red and white checked tablecloths, the linen napkins folded in triangles, the cheese cart bursting with fromage. It is like coming home. And while the test makes her so nervous she can hardly breathe, this bistro is her friend. Bracing herself, she pushes open the heavy wooden door. As she steps inside, a wave of scent washes over her. The salty depths of beef bourguignon bubbling in the kitchen, just ironed linen napkins folded on the tables, warm baguettes fresh from the oven, chocolate gâteau cooling on a rack, the scent of a French bistro, the scent of all that is good in the world. For a moment, Olivia forgets that she doesn't have the job yet, that she could blow the tasting, mess it all up just as she's messed up so much else lately, and takes a moment to imagine all the delicious things to be found before her. Crisp pommes frites paired with a bone-dry champagne, the soothing custard of crème caramel. This is a place custom-made to comfort her with its small pleasures, to give her back what she's lost. At the far end of the room, Olivia sees her territory. A wood bar, its brass shining at high polish. Wine glasses are lined up on the surface and bottles stacked up in bins behind. Wine, glorious, fickle French wine. Complex, subtle, contradictory, impossible French wine. Magnums, Jeroboams, Balthazars of the stuff, just waiting for Olivia Beach, a woman Wine Spectator once hailed as the nose of the future. Not long ago, she was the most respected young sommelier in the business, a master sommelier at the age of 27, one of only a few women in the world to hold that title. She'd been the head sommelier at a Michelin-starred French restaurant in New York City, pouring wine for the most discerning connoisseurs in the world. And then, 6 months ago, the very thing that brought her to such heights had led to her downfall. Taste. Passing Jacques' test will give Olivia more than a job. It will allow her to repay her debts, rebuild her reputation, and reclaim her dignity. But even more important, it will give her a chance to start over. There is just one problem. Olivia Beach has lost her sense of taste. She will not be able to taste Jacques' wine. She cannot taste a thing. 2. Olivia lost her sense of taste in the way of all tragedies, suddenly, without warning, on a seemingly ordinary morning. She woke up and everything felt a little off. Her throat and chest hurt, her breathing felt labored, her joints ached. Her roommate, Laura, her friend and fellow sommelier who worked at the same fancy French restaurant as Olivia, made her a cup of soup. But instead of Campbell's chicken noodle, it tasted of nothing. Even worse than nothing. It had a cardboard funk with overtones of paper pulp and wet cotton. The only time she'd tasted anything like it was in a glass of oxidized sherry. Something was very wrong. Laura left their West Village apartment to buy Olivia a drugstore COVID-19 test on Greenwich Street. It confirmed her worst nightmare. Olivia was sick. COVID was hard on everyone, but it was brutal to the restaurant industry. Not only did most restaurants close in the early months of the pandemic, but everyone who made their living through their sense of taste, chefs and sommeliers in particular, lived in fear of getting sick. Long COVID, with its mysterious, seemingly uncurable symptoms of chronic exhaustion, brain fog, and, worst of all, flattened taste buds, terrified them.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.